Well, hello there and welcome back to a brand new video where today's video, guys, is super exciting because we have finally two patch updates to talk about for Rugby 25. Yes, that is right. The guys are at Big Ant Studios and Nakon are keeping to their word, are keeping to their promise of delivering updates for this game. Now, something to bearing in mind, these updates are not related to their roadmap. So their roadmap, it will basically consider massive updates to the game. These updates are minor, but they do contain a lot of information, and these are kind of these ad hoc updates which are coming basically quick and fast. I mean, the game came out last week or so, and we already have two updates. So I thought, why not talk about both of them? And then I'll post another video kind of going over the gameplay and seeing if I notice anything different, because that's kind of what we're hoping for here. Because what we might see from patch 1 and patch 2, there might be some crossovers. So that's what we're excited to see. And I'm curious because right now, what do you guys think about Rugby 25? Me personally, there's definitely a huge room for improvement, but I'm hoping as all these updates come out, the game will slowly but surely get better. I mean, if you remember when Rugby 20 came out and Rugby 18 came out, I mean, there was a time when the game came out and it wasn't really playable for at least 3 months until this big update came out. So at least we're seeing updates and progress. All I hope for is we continue seeing that progress, because that would be awesome. So anyway, let's begin with the first update, which came out, I think, July 3rd. So literally like a few days after the game came out. And then we'll talk about the other update, which literally came out a few hours ago. So first things first, it said, "Hi everyone, we've just launched our first minor update for the initial early access of Rugby 25. They've given us a link to the forums, to their feedback, in terms of where we can go to kind of like give initial feedback, which is awesome. It's nice to know that they are listening to the community. Something which they wanted to kind of bring out straight away is that they've improved tackling. So it's still ongoing, but they've improved the tackling. So I think they've addressed that there is a bigger issue, but they're making a few tweaks here or there. So they've improved tackle effectiveness, and they've reduced simple running around the AI and improved user tackles. They've also improved passing. So they've improved passing pull trajectory and player timing for their runs. They've also reduced the missed passes. They've also improved ruck join speed, so attacking players will join the ruck faster, which for me was something which I experienced, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, why is no one jumping into this ruck? Like, please, please, please jump in. That would be amazing. They've also said here that they've corrected some controls on the screen and settings. So it seems like a few controls were mislabeled, including the side camera option being labeled high and omitted controls, including the B button for tackle. They've also corrected competition mode and scoring systems. So new custom competition mode saves will utilize the correct 4 points for a win, 2 points for a draw. So apparently, I don't know what it was before, let me know if you do know, but obviously there was a few adjustments made there. They've also made some adjustments to the night match start time, so reduction in the occurrence of harsh shadows due to some matches being played at the dusk before the lights would even turn on. And they've also said here that, so, we've had some general stability, so they've improved the game stability and non-progression issues, so game not advancing, plays not being able to complete, and particularly during the ruck. So we've had that, which has been a bit of a pain, but it's nice to see that those have been addressed. Now, let's talk about this new update, which literally came out a few hours ago, which is very exciting because, like I said, I played the game, this update is coming out, and I'll be playing the game again, and hopefully we will be seeing what this update actually brings. So it says here, our second minor update for the Rugby 25 is now available. So first things first is they've improved the kicking. So in-play kicks have been adjusted along with tuning of the trajectories across all kick types. A dedicated button, so A, so obviously Xbox or X for PlayStation, has been implemented for up and under kicks, which is awesome. So just to recap there, because that's quite a big takeaway. So they've improved the in-play kicks, and those have been adjusted with tuning of the trajectory across all kick types. They've now got a dedicated button for up and under kicks, which is awesome, because I think before you had to like tap it or hold it or something. So A is up and under. Personally, I would still wish A was a punt. That's kind of how I like it, but hopefully we can change the controls at some point. They've improved the offload, so standard pass buttons may be used to offload in early stages of a tackle. Note that offloads are more likely than standard passes to deviate from the target. This is an area of which we are hoping to get feedback on to ensure we have the balance correctly. They've also improved scrum half ruck join speed. Finally, the halves will tend rucks quicker to use the ball. The ruck mechanic is still being worked on in response to feedback. This area of the game will have further improvements and further updates. Corrected a rule. Okay, so some rules are not implemented correctly, including the positioning of the line out after free kicks, the touch, and ensure defensive touchdowns are treated correctly. They're also talking about here about forward passes. So it says here the logic for selecting a pass target when tapping LB or RB has been adjusted to avoid a small percentage of scenarios where the ball will be passed well forward to a teammate out on a ruck. And they've also improved the number. Well, they basically, once again, they're always improving the stability. So it says that a number of reported game stability issues has been rectified in this update. Our support team thanks you, and they said, please keep them coming through at early.bigant.com. So I'm just having a quick look at this website. This is where we can kind of submit a ticket. So basically, if you go to this website, it's the official where you can kind of, I think it's for tie break as well as early access. So I could easily put a ticket in and say, hey, like, why does the game keep randomly crashing? Like, I could put that in as a ticket. That'd be cool. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see that we are seeing updates. What do you guys want from Rugby 25? Personally, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if anyone else is like. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know if anyone else is also having inconsistencies with the game in terms of the game crashing. Like I said, I've tried it obviously in daytime or nighttime, and that seems to where it fails. But I might try daytime and just see if it makes any difference. But no, those are the two updates we have so far. More rugby content coming soon. Apologies for some delay in some content. I was hoping to have more content coming out, but it's just been a very, very busy week. But the weekend is coming up, so I'll be sure to record a lot of videos and get them out. But anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below regarding this. But I know you guys, thanks for watching, and as always in my next video, adios chaps, boom!